Guys, welcome back to FX Capital Analysis and Forecasting. We are the middle week of week 12, so this will be the middle week that we focus on particular pair that we want to put our attention on. So there's a market point to end in few more days. Now we at the middle week, so we're going to forecast our pair. First pair there will be AUD CHF. AUD CHF, you can see price now in corrective phase. There's a possibility and probability for this pair. If you're able to buy this area from this position, you will be moved to the outside if you're looking to buy this position as short term. However, we understand that price able to straight away move to the downside from this area. However, for my personal forecasting, I will be looking price to move to this area to the upside and sell the setup from this area. So there will be the setup for this pair, and I will looking for price to move to the upside for this moment and set my entry order above the structure of the rail line. So there will be movement move to the downside from this area. So there will be the setup for this pair for this week or probability early next week. So we let the price develop first and execute when the moment is right. Next we move to EUR AUD, Euro Australian dollar. Euro Australian dollar, we can say price now in this area. If able to buy the setup from this area, then we move to the upside. So if you already in this position, now probably you already lock the profit or running the profit is about 8.7%. So the stop loss that probably you trail now is probably from this area. If you trail the stop loss from this area, you already locked the profit from 4.3%. So price still move to the upside. In this moment, I will looking for the next opportunity. For last week, I did forecast for this position, move to this area and move to the outside. So now price straight away to the outside and break the structure. If we move looking for high time frame, this will be the good setup because already price moved to the outside as a descending channel breakout, and I'm looking for any flag move to the outside. So in 1 hour time frame, what I'm looking for is any bull flag that create to the outside, either price create a steep flag, but if steep flag I only take if the price retest this again and move to the outside. Other than that, I'm looking for any tight flag in this position to enter a reduce risk entry move to the outside. So we're looking for any flag from here and buy the setup move to the outside. Next we move to another pair, which is USD JPY. USD JPY, if you're able to execute this position for last week or last 2 weeks from this area and this area, you're able to move to the downside, probability take to the break even, or you're able to deal with the correction, you still in the position. But we really move to downside as a corrective move. So little bit patient for this pair. The management quite different when we in this position. However, I did miss for this position. So what I'm looking for is the arc that price break again from this area and move to the downside. So I will set my entry order if price triggered again from this area and move to this area. So there will be the setup for this pair, and I already moved to ready to execute if price create another retest from here. Next we move to gold pair. Gold pair, we see now the price break this area, create a flag from here. Probability for this pair is I will not take flag in this area because we can see in bigger picture if we zoom out from this area, price at the middle of the structure. So this is something that I'm taking care of, which is the valid position or high probability position. So if we take a position in the middle of structure, is valid position. So I will not take this position move to the downside as a sell setup. However, we understand that price probability will move to this area as an at least 90% rules. So what the possibility and probability that I want to take for gold is, if the price approaching this area, I'm happy to buy the setup move to the outside. There's a one move. So if we remove this trend line, this ray line, if I extend this area, if price move to the outside in other point from this area, I'm happy to sell this setup as double top as just short term. And if we remove this trend line, and probability if price approaching third touch, I'm happy to sell this position one more time. So there will be short-term sell and long-term buy for this pair, but we understand, if we understand the structure itself, price at the big descending channel, high probability price will move to this area. So there will be the setup in probability a month to let the price develop and continue with the structure. If price break from the AS area, price gold will move to 2000 per ounce again. So there will be the setup for gold and we clear probability and possibility for gold, because gold in structure is very clean. This is some of my ability to understand gold. So next we move to final pair, which is coming from our wildcard. For this AUD NZD, price already impulse to the outside as an impulsive move. One of the shortcut as the price move to high time frame area. So we zoom out a little bit. You can see this is high time frame. Sorry. So this is high time frame. You see price at the multi-touch area. So we approaching another touch from here. Okay, if we move to 1 hour time frame, lower time frame, we let the price develop a little bit more. So I'm looking for any ascending channel or rising wedge from this area to sell this setup. So there will be the setup move to downside. For this moment, I will set my entry order above the structure and ready to execute move to the downside. So guys, there will be the setup. If we calculate how many pips move to the downside, move to the outside, sorry, it's about 112 pips. It's a very short movement, 100 pips only move to the outside. So probability end of the week or early of the week, early of next week, the price will be able to execute. So guys, that's all for this week. Hopefully you guys plan your every movement and trade only what you forecast and execute based on your understanding. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Instagram. Goodbye.